because they now have, technically kind of full access to you. But at the end of the conversation, say, hey, if you don't mind, I'm gonna send you a pretty helpful video that actually fits your scenario, right? And you might send them one of the videos in there, and it's super clean, right? Is first-time home buyers, or what's a down payment assistance program, or 10 things to do before you buy a home, right? Or how to build up your credit, something like that, right? Something that applies to them. And what happens is when you send that information to them, it's just like you Karen CRM. So once they consume it, it notifies you. It says, hey, so-and-so watched the whole video. They watched 10 seconds of it, right? Yeah. And it gives them a chance after they consume the video to request a call or request more info. You see what I mean?
That's huge.
That's money, because you're going now into their text inbox, not their...
Right.
There you go. What's up, man? Yeah.
So, I've just been working hard and trying to, like I said, continue to build those connections.
Yeah. So the techniques that we talked about last time in terms of helping you build data, I think you even said you had a partner with a site that just feeds you leads, right? We kind of put together some plans and ideas and strategies together. How did that work out?
So I work with that agent. She actually sent me a couple of deals, but for that site, that CRM that I'm on, I need to work on that. I need to get better with that, where last time you told me, send an email in the morning once they sign up and they put their information on there. And then once I send an email, follow up with a call. I haven't been consistent with that. I've called some people, left emails. I haven't heard anything back from them, but I need to be more of like, thanks for signing up on my site. I'm looking forward to helping you right away. Please give me a call. Because that's what you were telling me last time. Don't ask. Don't say, "Oh, are you looking to get pre-approved?"
Right.
And go something towards like, "I'm looking forward to assisting you."
Correct. Yeah. So the approach is pretty much like, hey, I've been assigned to assist you in getting the pre-approval or pre-qualification that you need. Can you remind me? Are you guys doing pre-qualifications or pre-approval? And do you know the difference?
So I do pre-approvals. They're pre-underwritten. I go through my underwriting system.
Yes.
So
is that pretty much what you're doing?
Yeah, I always do that. That's
okay. Cool. Yeah.
With a pre-qual, that's not underwritten, right?
Right. Pre-qualification, I can just do it based off the conversation.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to make sure that you pound that, but also use it as leverage. So your intro, not only on voicemail, but also like on an email and a text, it sounds something like, let's say, you were the lead, right? Hey, Jared, this is Daniel. I've actually been assigned to assist you in getting your own pre-approval letter. Pre-approval letters are a little bit different than a pre-qualification. As a matter of fact, it's meant to protect you. And here's the reason why. A pre-approval is actually pre-underwritten, where a pre-qual is not. So I've been assigned to assist you to get your hands on that so that you are safe in your journey in searching for your new home. Now, the upside is if I can get you a pre-approval, when you make an offer, it's viewed at differently than a pre-qualification. A pre-approval is pretty much as good as cash. Not to mention, because I've been assigned to you, I'm going to put a stamp on that pre-approval that is going to hold more weight when you're going up against other bidders or other bids. Does that make sense? So now it's just value. So anyway, let me make sure I could even get you a pre-approval first. Can I ask you a few basic questions real quick? Right? Now you're taking it away. You opened it up, they want it. Now you're taking it away. Oh, but first, let me just make sure I can even give you one first. Now you're kind of going back to the script. One of your very first questions should be, have you already been pre-qualified or pre-approved with any other lender so far? And the reason why you're going to ask that is because, number one, you're going to know where they are. Yeah, I've been pre-qualified. Great. Now it's a bridge question, right? So great, you've been pre-qualified. Did you submit income documents and assets and proof of reserves, when you got that letter? Oftentimes you're going to hear no or not yet if they got a pre-qual, right? If they say, yeah, I've been pre-approved, awesome. So you have all your documents on already on standby, right? say, perfect, that's going to make this super easy, right? Now you're pounding out the E's, like it's already done, right? Now, this next question is important to ask because you asked, when did the lender pull your credit, right? And if they pulled it within 30 days, then you have rebuttal if they say, oh, I don't want to pull my credit, right?
You have that window, that 30-day window.
Yeah, you got a 30-day window as long as it's for mortgage, right? And that's to protect consumers. Like they could shop around, they can get quotes, right? But let's say, those that you encounter and they say, no, I haven't had my credit pulled yet. You say, okay, perfect. Don't do that. You don't want to hurt yourself, if you can't even get what you're trying to find. So let me make sure you can get what you're trying to find first. And, if you don't have to pull your credit, I'll let you know. Yeah. Right? Now you got inside information.
Yeah,
but also if they haven't pulled it and you pull it, now you can start planting seeds of, when I release this pre-approval to you, it's already been pre-underwritten. So here's the thing is that underwriters are going to look at if you get your credit pulled again. So before you get your credit pulled again, just check with me to make sure it's not going to affect your pre-approval, right? And the reason why you're saying that nonchalantly is, when the realtor that they're working with refers them to their preferred lender, they're going to think like, oh, I don't want to f this up.
Yeah.
Right? And they'll be hesitant.
And if they say they haven't had a credit pull, they probably don't have a pre-approval, right? Probably just
correct. Yeah. They might, get a pre-qualification or like an idea, but not something legit, not something valid.
Yeah, that's what we do in my office. That's how I've been taught. Always send it to you or LP and get that approval, have it in hand before you say yes or no.
But what was your experience though? Let me kind of back up, right? So you're calling these leads, and with the strategies that we talked about and we designed, what does it sound like? How are you hitting them up, and what are you running into? What are their responses? What's their roadblocks? Is it working, right?
Of course, yeah. So on the CRM, I can see when the agent who I work with, she puts notes. So she might say, looking for 400K, looking to get pre-approved, already working with a lender. So I get to see her notes, and so I have a little bit of an idea. But the people who stand out to me, who like recently signed out, I'll send an email saying, I have a template where it's a signature, and it says something like, here are the benefits towards getting a pre-approval. And it says it holds you higher than someone who's pre-qualified. It shows you what you approved for. And then once I send that email, because what you've been telling me, send that first. And then follow up with a call. If I call them, I rarely get someone who answers the phone. I mean, it's usually just voice messages. So voice message, I say, hey, John, just send you an email. I saw you signed up on, it's called Search RI Real Estate. If you're looking to get pre-approved, please give me a call. I'm here to something along those lines. Now
that template email that you have saved as a signature, is it colorful? Does it look all pro, or is it just typed out?
So I'll look, and with the signatures, I don't really know how to make them look
like graphics, what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, there's a way to I can change the font color. I can change the
no need to do that. Yeah, because then it's going to look like spam, right? But do this. So your first email to them, you're giving a lot of information, right? And so the likelihood of them to read all through it, because everyone's moving fast, right? And I don't know who Jared is. Does that make sense? So you got to be very creative. I mean, all the way down to the subject line, right? So the subject line should be, capital RE : your request, ... Right? Now you're like, okay, what did I request? The body of the email should be very short, very simple, but it piques the curiosity, right? So something like this. So, hey, Jared, this is regarding your request. I've actually been assigned to assist you. I have some very important information that will actually help and protect you in your journey in trying to purchase a home. And what it entails is basically the difference between a pre-approval and a pre-qualification. With the new updated guidelines for 2021, if you're not sure about them, I'm going to assist you in getting that information. Anyway, I just left you voicemail. You could reply to this email if email is best, or we could schedule a call to review the details of this important update. Now you're giving them a way out, but you're not giving too much information because you want engagement first, right? So get them to reply and say, oh, go ahead, just email me the information. Oftentimes they'll say that, right? But at least you have the dialogue open. And so now it's not about dumping information on them. It's not about highlighting anything, right? Yeah. It's very short, very sweet. Same questions. Okay, cool. So let me make sure we can even get you a pre-approval versus a pre-qualification. And the reason why you want a pre-approval is because it's, number one, is it's viewed as, as good as cash. Number two is it protects you, most importantly, so you don't lose your deposit, or you don't, open escrow and then you can't qualify at the end when you've already listed your house for sale, or when you're already, you got the U-Haul truck loaded up, so you start peaking on those interests. But again, you're just opening up the dialogue to go back and forth, right?
Yeah. And I should, because I get alerts. It goes through my phone and it goes through my email when somebody signs up. So when they sign up, I haven't been as consistent as I should be. What do you think? Like an hour or 2 hours after they sign into that CRM, hit them with an email?
Yeah, good question. So,
because there's already, the realtor sends out, she has one, and it's a text, and it'll say, hi, the real estate agent who owns this site. So I have to do my own. I don't have that automatic email that goes out, so it's me sending it directly. But it doesn't matter. It's like 3 or 4 a day. It's nothing.
Yeah, you bring up a good point. So you get their contact info to your phone?
So the way they sign up is they go on her site and they search, they look at homes, the pricing, listing, and if they look at 3 or more, you have to sign up. You have to put your email, your name. Some of the times it's BS. They put just a fake name and number.
Yeah.
Just, they can keep looking, but a lot of the times it's actual people who are looking, and you can see what properties they look at, and I get notified when they sign up. So more often than not, at night when people are home after work, they'll sign up on the site. So
right.
Just saying, John just signed up, and then I can go into my computer and see what he's looking at, and I have his contact info. So
cool, man. Yeah, that's legit. Like real time,
I told the agent too I was going to be attacking these leads, and I haven't.
Yeah, so once you get notice that they're on, I would give a call. I'd start with a call, and just say, hey, I just want to introduce myself. I've actually been assigned, because it's going to seem like coincidence, right? Oh yeah, I was just actually on the link. Okay, perfect. Let me go ahead and, just assist you real quick in understanding why I've been assigned to you, right? And the agent's name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what's the agent's name?
Karen.
Okay, so Karen asked that I reach out to you because I assist in helping protect her clients. She is devoted to make sure that you're protected on the finance side, because you want to be sure you have the best possible chance to be front line if you make an offer. Because right now we're, in a seller's market. So you're going up against bids of all cash buyers, things like that. So she's assigned me, and I've worked with Karen for a while, to help prepare you so that you are not only protected, but you have the leverage you need to win the offer or to be considered, right? And then you go into the dialogue or the application or whatever you need. Do you have an application link?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then you can give them an option, but you first still got to build the rapport, right? Because they got to feel like they earned that application link. Does that make sense? So you're building. So in other words, it's not like you're doing an app necessarily right up front. You're going through questions to make sure that it's even possible to do alone, right? So like bankruptcies, foreclosures, forbearance, right? Currently employed, are you self-employed? Are you W-2, right? Self-employed, you want to get obviously the full doc and do a full screen of the income, but also mention and say, oh, because you're self-employed, the technicalities of how to determine your taxable income that an underwriter uses to approve, you're going to need a pre-approval. I wouldn't even touch a pre-qualification. Fortunately, that's all I do is pre-approvals. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get them down to the end, then you say, okay, so it looks like I can go and move forward, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you an application link. You could do it, but I need it timestamped today, right? So it's going to take a couple minutes, or I could go over it with you on the phone, right? It'll take about maybe 5-10 minutes. And most times they'll opt to do the secure link, right? But then you position them. You say, okay, great. Make sure it's timestamped today, because I'm going to put in notes based on, what you're looking to do. And I'm going to see if I can try to get you in this campaign that we got going on. Now you open up the FOMO, right? This campaign is actually specific to self-employed home buyers, right? Or this campaign is specific to first-time home buyers. Or this campaign is specific for home buyers who are putting more than 5% down. Somehow it ties to them, right?
So you listen, hear what they say, whether they told you that it's first time buying a home, and then you tailor it to that way.
Correct, yeah. Now it's like, okay, well, let me see what you got, right? Yeah.
That's big. That's for sure.
It's all a funnel, dude. You know what I mean? It's all funnel. And all you're doing is pushing them forward. Like, hey, this is what we're going to do, right? This is what we got to do. And the way you're on the phone with them, you're not asking. Like, it's in motion. Karen asked me to do this. So this is what we're going to do, right? Like, assume it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's, it's just been the last couple of weeks since I have a couple of loans in processing and trying to pass on to underwriting. The conditions, just trying to get those all done. It's a lot. But I mean, that comes
purchase is definitely a lot of work, you know. Yeah. It's a lot of movement, you know, and you're going to be good. You're learning this now because it will be a purchase market. So you're going to be primed, right? I know we talked about also getting you some refi business. So you're always at a place of confidence knowing you got money in the pipe coming, right?
Yeah, I need that, man. If refi, I see what some people in my office do, and it's just, I was like, wow, this year, some of the numbers.
We talked about departed, I think, right? Departed agents getting their leads.
Yeah, we talked about departed. I went and encompassed. There was one lady I found out who's not in my office anymore. So of course I went in there and tried to look. I sent out some emails, tried giving some calls. I think it might have been like five to seven people. Nothing out of that.
What email are you sending them?
So with them, I said, I believe it was something like your check-in, because I got it from your script. Yeah,
so you're using that template, right?
I don't know if I used the template exactly, but I used like the the subject, or just to get them to try to open it. But I don't think I called everybody. I might have called a couple of them, but there weren't many that for me to go after. Because
so I'm sorry to interrupt. So you emailed and then called, or you just emailed and that's it?
So some of them I just emailed. I think a couple I might have called and left voice messages. But the thing was, there was, like I said, five or six of them that I had in Encompass that I found. And because my company, I've only been there 6 months, but not many people leave there once they're there.
Right.
I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah, that is a good thing. That's a good sign. But nonetheless, people still leave, dude. So, keep your eye out on that. Now, it says trigger demand because we're a portfolio lender. And so we get notifications if, any of our clients pull their credit. I don't know if you have that same ability, but the cadence and the strategy all is the same. You could use it even if it's not a trigger or demand.
What do you mean by you get notified if somebody pulls their
Yeah, so my company, right, is a servicer, meaning that we collect the payment and we report it to the credit bureau, right? So anytime you pull your credit, obviously we have to report as the servicer, like, yeah, they're current, or this was their payments, right? And we get dinged because we have to report that. And it's because of a mortgage inquiry. So if let's say you're our client and you had a loan with us, you had your credit pulled, our sales team is going to get notified. So then your file gets assigned to a LO and says, hey, Jared's shopping for a mortgage. Yeah.
Hey, I didn't know that, because my company, we fund and service some of our loans, about half of them. They say, do you guys service all of them?
Most of them, but not all of them. Yeah. So bring that up. They may be able to get that.
That would be big.
Yeah. Especially because you guys do purchases, they're going to refi. All these purchase people are going to refi.
Hey, nobody's doing it. Nobody's doing it in my office. Like those who have wrote loans 6-7 months ago, FHA, I can see them. I can go in a folder and see them, but I don't want to take, my buddy who I work with, who's been, it's just.
Hit them up. Some LO, I'm going to take it. You know what I mean? Yeah, whether you give them a break or, you know, you work out some sort of comp plan, right? Even if hey, I'll give you 10 bips on this, right? Like, because if they're not hunting it, man, they're going to lose it regardless.
Yeah. No, and the departed agents, that's huge. I mean, just my company alone, like I said, there's only one that I know of, and I looked in there and there were 5 or 6 that the lady wrote that I could have gone after if they were FHA and
I'd be all over that, bro. Not only that, but let's say you got a homie, you know, who doesn't do refi, they're focused on purchase, and you know it. Your first approach would be like, you know, hey man, I'm working on this campaign and I want to work on my refinance game or whatever, right? You know, I was wondering, do you call your past clients to refinance? And they're going to say, no, I don't really do that. Say, okay, cool. Do you mind if I do? So don't start with saying, hey, if I do, you know, let's split commission, right? Like you'll be amazed how many of them will just give it up. Like, yeah, I don't care.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even, you know, think of that because.
How much do you get paid on those? What's your comp?
So for purchase or refi, I get the same.
What is it?
I get 1%. But right, I'm a rookie right now, so I get half. But I mean, I'm thinking of getting off that rookie plan soon. So that rookie plan, I get a paycheck every other week.
Yeah.
Because I don't have many deals, of course.
Yeah. Even at 50 basis points, that's still good. You know, average loan amount is what for you guys?
So for me right now, I think my average is like 250, 260.
Yeah, that's a G per file, dude.
Yeah, but the thing is, once I get off of this rookie plan, I go 1%.
Yeah, double.
I want that, and I want to target that refi. And I've been working so hard to get lists from Telemarketer.
Oh yeah.
But
if you're not seeing the return on that on your attempts, at the end of the day, I only really would rely on title rep leads if I didn't have rewrite business, if I didn't have access to rewrite business. Does that make sense? Because what you're doing when you're asking these title rep leads is you're asking them for the same that you can get from other agents or departed, right? Yeah. But the only difference is they've worked with your company already. Huge.
Yeah, it is.
But you have to have your tight. You got to have your approach on point, you know, and when you look at those templates, update your template, use that funnel, you know, and cadence and all that. Your CRM has a text capability too?
So the CRM that I'm with the agent or just my own?
Oh, your own, your mortgage CRM.
Yeah, so my CRM, no, I've never used text on that. Yeah, I know.
Hey, try this out, man. I mean, I don't want to add any other tasks on you, but you know, I got an LOX app, right? Try that out because it's a soft intro and you're bringing value already. Have you downloaded it yet?
No. You said LOX?
Yeah, LOX. So if you go, are you on my IG?
I don't think so. Instagram, no, I'm not on that one.
Are you on Instagram?
Yeah, I don't use it much though, but
no worries. Yeah, so I'm not saying, you know, follow it and like what I'm saying is go to my IG page at SalesRemastered, and in my bio there's a link tree. When you click the link tree right in my bio, it's gonna say there's a link that tells you how to download it.
Okay.
And I would do the hybrid because you're gonna do purchase and refi.
Yeah.
Not just purchase, right? Because you got to enter a Groupon code. But when you download it, and it's going to ask you to add like 5 contacts, add your sister, your brother, right? Another LO or someone, because all you're trying to do is really play with it first.
Yeah.
But when you see it and you see the what it's called resources, which is basically content, this is stuff that not only helps, you know, your buyers, but it positions you in a different light. And you could text from there as well. Okay. Right? So I think that's something that's a missing piece that will really help you with your partnership with Karen.
So with that, say I had with your app, right? If I had a client where they signed up and I had a phone conversation with them and they're looking to get pre-approved, you would throw them in that app, like throw them in the contacts?
Hell yeah. Because they now have, you know, technically kind of full access to you. But at the end of the conversation, say, hey, if you don't mind, I'm gonna send you a pretty helpful video that actually fits your scenario, right? And you might send them one of the videos in there, and it's super clean, right? Is first-time home buyers, or what's the down payment assistance program, or 10 things to do before you buy a home, right? Or how to build up your credit, something like that, right? Something that applies to them. And what happens is when you send that information to them, it's just like you Karen CRM. So once they consume it, it notifies you. It says, hey, so-and-so watched the whole video. They watched 10 seconds of it, right? And it gives them a chance after they consume the video to request a call or request more info. You see what I mean?
That's huge.
That's money, because you're going now into their text inbox, not their...
Right. Yeah, 'cause I use Surefire, it's called, and I have a bunch of agents, real estate agents, that it's called a partner campaign, where it sends them tips that, things they can do, like find out what this property's worth, or do this, do that. But it's all email, and I don't know if they open it. I don't even know if they fucking get it. I don't even know. But no, that's cool. That's neat. I didn't know.
Yeah, try it out, play with it, and let me know. I'll help you figure out how to use it, how to understand it. And there's more content being added in also to send to realtors and build that up. It's just another tool to help you stand out.
Sure. No, that's great. And I do have to get going on these refis. I've yet to do one yet. My manager,
Are you nervous about it?
No, I've done them because my manager gave me 2 to work on. And
okay.
I did them from start to finish, but that wasn't mine. You know what I mean? I didn't get that he tossed me a bone. So I don't say it's mine, but I know how to do them, and they're easier than purchases because I've done purchases. So
yeah, they're easy. Oh yeah, they're easy, man.
And I've actually, since I'm in Rhode Island and Massachusetts, that's where I hold my license right now. It's different how the closings work. I use attorneys, and I've actually hit up some title vendor at Stewart Title. And he was like, yeah, we 100% can get lists and do this and do that. He's like, where are you licensed? And I told him where I was licensed. He's like, I don't do business there. I should have said, because I do have people who work in Virginia. That's where he was from.
If you could get more licenses, could you?
I could, but I need to produce, man. I need a, like, my goal is Florida. My goal is to originate there.
Why?
My parents are going to get something down there, and I've always wanted to, be there.
Yeah, Florida is good because a lot of LOs are hesitant to do deals in Florida because the closing costs are so high.
Really?
They can't sell Florida.
Really?
But the funny thing is, though, is that Florida, it's the tax transfer fees, right? So like California would be $3,000, $4,000 closing costs. Florida would be $8,000. You know what I mean? $9,000. It blows your mind. But here's the thing: is that all Florida homeowners, they already know. So they're, it's funny because, even my team, they don't hunt Florida because of the closing costs. Yeah. They always believe that they have to give an offer with no closing costs, and it's a lot to fit, $8,000 in lender credit. That makes sense?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so definitely hit that, but also think about the growing areas like, Texas, Utah, Arizona, Nevada, and of course Cali. I would be all over Cali, dude, because you technically have an advantage, even though you're 3 hours ahead. By the time it comes 5, it's up to you, but at the end of the day, those are the bigger loan amounts. You're going to get a higher rip, right? Yeah. But it's just a matter of whether you want it. So here's the thing: is that number one is we need to get you out of the rookie pay plan. Number two is we need to get you to a position where you are given the resources, but I need to know what you need to do in order you get those resources. So you want more licenses? Yeah, do it, right? You need that. So don't lose focus on that. And then also when you get to that higher production level, you'll probably have more pull to get other leads, right? So now it's a matter of saying, okay, figure that out. If you don't know, if you haven't been told yet, what do you need to do to get to that level? Have you asked?
So in my company, I love my company. They're good good people, but I don't have that go-to where I could ask, say, hey, how do I do this? How do I do that? It's kind of just like, go figure it out. And they focus on purchase. Although they've done 90% of their business in 2020 was from refis, they're still saying purchase.
Yeah.
And I get it, but
do they know that you have the connection with Karen?
One of the guys in my office does. And I told them, I actually ran by them that I'm on a CRM with her, but they don't know. They're older. They don't know how. They probably don't even know what the hell a CRM is.
Yeah. Okay, so the reason I'm asking, Jared, is because Karen is going to be your vehicle to step up the production in the eyes of your management, right? Because it's the easiest and it's purchase. But you also have to present it in a way where it's valuable, right? So in other words, when you go to your management, right, and say, hey, I just landed a major referral partner, and it's because, how do you know Karen? Why does she choose you of everyone else?
So I know her brother, close with him, and
love that. That's your story. That's your story.
When I first started, I made sure I reached out to her, and ever since she's been helping me. And we've only done a couple of deals together, and we have a couple pre-approved, but I mean, still, she's just there.
No, that's what I'm teaching you, is to how to close more, right? So you have the vine of, you have the feeding of leads. You know how many OLAs or purchase agents would kill for that, and you have it, right? But the way you present it is like, let's say you're the manager, right? I'd be like, hey, Jared, man, I got some awesome news for you. One of my childhood friends, one of my best friends, his sister is a huge realtor in the area. And, you know, we actually just caught back up, and she wants to help me. And she has this amazing CRM. She says she could shoot me 4 to 8 leads a day, right? What we got to do is close them. I'm going to help close them, right? I just need, we need to make sure that we deliver in order to keep this feed. Make sense? Now, she's asking me for an answer if I want to do it. And I'm going to reply and let her know I do want to do it. I just want to let you know that I have this opportunity. So let me ask you, my goal is to get off the rookie plan. My goal is to get to a level where I can open myself up to other resources, more licenses, right? Where do I have to be in order to get to that level? Now they're incentivized because they want your referral, because that's leads that they don't need to pay for. They make way more money on that, right? But then they're going to tell you, okay, cool, get yourself to 10 funded deals per month. But at least now you know where, right? Now you know where you need to be. And then what we do is we calculate the steps and the you need to do to surpass that. But now you have like, hey, remember, Jared, I talked to you, said, get to 10, I'm at 15. Get me off this rookie plan, get me these licenses. Now you're a valuable commodity, because no other LO probably has that.
So 10 deals a month, that's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, they might say 5. You know what I mean?
That's where you're at, huh?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm doing like 24 or 25 a month. Yeah.
I feel like in my office, I feel like 4 to 6 is a lot. It's perception, 4 to 6 is probably a lot because that's a lot to your environment. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Break past that shit. I don't give a what everyone else is doing. I'm gonna build an engine to get me to 20 to 25. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you could do it because you got the resources, bro.
Yeah.
Right? And it's a matter of implementing this and putting it to use, It's good because you're trying some of my suggestions, but not perfected yet, right?
Definitely not perfected.
That is by choice. So no matter how much shit I tell you, no matter how much, techniques I tell you, you're like, man, that's cool. It don't mean it don't mean unless you use it.
For sure. You think once I go after that CRM with the agent I'm on, that's my key right there. You like that?
That's your ticket. Hell yeah, that's your ticket. But you don't tell them everything, right? Because that's your pocket. You don't tell them that they have the CRM. You don't need to tell them that, right?
And then
always make it look like she's gonna do it only because I am best friends with her brother, and she will only do it if I'm solid, but she's willing to do it. So with these deals, it's gonna take up a lot of time, and I need to make sure operations can fulfill it, right? Because she's a heavy hitter or whatever, and I can't look bad in front of her. So I'm gonna need the support operations-wise to make sure that we deliver, but also I want to know from you, because I have requests as well. I want to grow. I want to get out of the rookie plan. I want more licenses. I want more opportunities, right? So I'm going to use this opportunity as a vehicle to get to where I need to be in order to get what I want, right? And you're kind of saying it like, hey, you hook me up or I'm gonna take my referral partner somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? Because when you say 8 leads a day, dude, it will blow their mind. If you say 4, it'll blow their mind.
That's why I realized that I'm not, for one, doing enough with that CRM, and for two, not doing it right. Because if I'm getting...
How about Karen's CRM?
Yeah, because like if I look at my phone throughout this Zoom we've had, I mean, it's probably, let me see the last time. Actually, today's a slow day, but one did come in yesterday, but my phone is just full of, these are all people who sign up. I'm just scrolling, oh, you can't even see, but there's people looking for homes, and I need to get on them and just, like you said, hit those points, have that email.
Yeah, you got to tighten up that funnel to make it work, so literally use the approach that I'm telling you, right? Do you understand the approach? Is there any questions you have with that? Because that's your ticket. That's going to achieve what you're trying to do right now. I don't want that to fizzle away, or let alone Karen feel like, man, Jared isn't really doing anything with these, right? I want you to impress Karen.
Yeah, and of course, if I start working on that application, and you always ask, "Are you working with an agent?" And then
right,
because just because they signed up on that doesn't mean they.
Yeah, even if they're working with another agent or another lender, that's all in your approach. Make sense? So say, hey, Karen assigned me to you because she wanted me to make sure that you're not only protected, but you are also only looking at properties that are within your qualified range. Make sense? And second is that Karen asked me to do this with not only you, but all of her clients, because I do what's called pre-approvals. I don't do any pre-qualifications here. Now it's like, right? Now they understand the difference, and here's why. Does that make sense? And you're leaning on Karen. You're leaning on her because they're their agent. So Karen advised me that you were already pre-approved with another lender or pre-qualified, and she just wanted me to follow up with you to confirm that, that lender provided you with the protection you need. And they probably already did. But let me just confirm with you real quick, okay? All right, so do you have a pre-qual or a pre-approval? I don't know. What's the difference? Well, now you get to educate them. Make sense? Oh yeah, I think I got a pre-qualification. Well, here's how you know. Did you submit all your income documents? Right? Proof of assets? No. Or yeah. Okay, great. When did you pull your credit? So you see, the dialogue just keeps going. Does that make sense? And then even at the end, if they say, hey, Jared, I already got a pre-approval with the lender, say, yeah, no worries. Here's my idea though, and here's my thought process, is because Karen has given us so much clients to assist in this area that you are, we actually sparked a specific campaign for her, but it actually expired last month. But my goal is to see if I can maybe extend that campaign to you, but I need to ask, right, for an exception. And the only reason why I'm going to do that is because it helps you get a lower interest rate, and which means lower payment, meaning that you can now afford more home, right? But more importantly, when we get your pre-approval, whenever you make an offer, we revise that pre-approval. So in other words, if you're pre-approved for $500,000, but you're putting an offer on the house for $400,000, I don't want the seller agent or the seller to know you can go up to $500. That is some shit no one talks about.
Yeah.
Right?
That's huge.
That's huge, dude. No one's saying that. And now they're like, oh, okay, cool. I get a massive discount. Jared knows exactly what's going on, right? But then again, you take it away. Like, what? But first,
Yeah.
let me get you there, right? Give me your documents. Fill out this, this application. Make sure it's timestamped today, because again, the campaign expired last month. But I'm one of the top producers in my branch, so I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna go to bat for you.
Yeah. See that, like you said, you gotta tell them that, and then you kind of take it away, and then
always get them salivating. And you say, oh, but wait, first. And they're like, oh, I want that. You see?
And that's where I need to get better at that. And I can talk to people. I don't care. But picking up the phone, and even if it's flagged that they're pre-approved, I should still go after them. I should still start talking to them. And what the hell do I have to lose, right?
Yeah.
And I need to realize that and block out time, whether it's morning or 6 o'clock at night. Just do it.
Right. And I want you to do me a favor, okay, real quick. Is record your voice and tonality on 2 different subjects, okay? One subject is talking about something that you are super confident in, right? You might like movies, you might like comic books, right? Whatever it is, something that you are confident in. Can you think of something? Sports, anything?
Yeah.
Music?
Yeah, I'm confident in. I'm a huge LeBron guy. I hope you like LeBron.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So this is what I mean, right? So one, you make a recording yourself, talking about LeBron, right? Imagine I don't know who LeBron is, but you love him. You get it?
Yeah.
Hit record and act like you're talking to someone who has no idea who the LeBron is. Okay? And do it naturally, right? The second is I want you to record yourself going through your normal opening when you get a lead from Karen. So let's say you got connected and then talk, and I want you to listen to the 2. My bet is when you talk to LeBron, your tone changes, confidence changes, right? You're not talking like how you're talking to me right now. Make sense? And you have to hear it for yourself, because there's so much power in that, right? So when Karen transfers you a lead, you're talking in the tonality like you're explaining LeBron, right? Oh man, LeBron, this dude's fire, bro, right? Dude, did you know, right? Like everything changes. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like I can't be wrong. I know every answer. It's like
yes. And that is the tonality you need with these people. It's a world of a difference. And not only those 2 things, but record yourself just in general, like when you're talking to prospects, right? You need to pick up on the tone. And oftentimes the reason why LOs have issue with that is because they're in their head. Like, am I doing this right? Are they gonna like me? Do they want to buy from me, right? That doubt is what changes your delivery. Make sense?
For sure. No, that's key. And same thing, even going, not just purchases, but the refis.
Yeah.
Some of the scripts that you have on your site about, you just say how you have this new unique program, but it's actually about to expire or hasn't even been released yet. You just get them, and then you hit them with like that tonality.
The takeaway is that their perception of reality is tainted by you. So they don't know the guidelines. They don't know. I never refer to it as a 30-year fixed, right? I never refer to a program as a cash out refinance. I never say those things, right? I say, hey, this is a campaign that's specifically meant to help you rebuild your FICO, replenish your assets, and position you so that you can comfortably retire if you have to keep paying this off, right? Or you could pay this house off faster.
Yeah.
But all I'm talking about is a cash out debt consolidation loan. Right?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, they don't know how it works. They don't know the guidelines. The same with agents don't even. Real estate agents don't. Most of the
no. Hell no. They
don't even know what's going on. So just speak with confidence, and that's something I do need to. Somebody in my office always says that. He says, "Just be you. Just go after it." And he's always on me.
Right. And as an LO, when I was trying to figure out that part, like I always had headphones on. I always had music playing. You know, music is a big mind state change for me, right? It could switch my mood, it could change my mood, but you might be different, right? So maybe you looking up stats of LeBron does the same to you. You see what I'm saying? Maybe you reading a book or whatever it is. You got to find a way to do the mind state change. And it could be as simple as you just standing up and moving around when you're talking.
Yeah. Yeah. I catch myself doing that. Getting up on my phone, I'm just pacing around the room.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing? But it's
motion
good.
Creates emotion for sure. Because that's all sales is, bro. When you break it down to its bare bones, all sales is your ability to transfer emotion. Right? Because when you have the ability to transfer emotion and you do it right, then it's the emotion that makes them say yes. It's like, fuck yeah, I want that. But you can't create motion just talking numbers. No. You can't, guidelines and fucking LTV and acronyms that they don't know about, that shit don't create emotion, it creates confusion. And it creates fucking resentment, right? I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I don't want to sound stupid, so I'm not going to answer his phone call no more. You see what I'm saying?
Of course. No, it makes sense. So yeah, this is some good stuff. And that CRM that I'm on with the agent, I'm just gonna go after them. I'm not joking around anymore. I need to.
The primary thing is though, Jared, is that, number one is what you learn here. It's not general, right? It's specific to you. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's specific. So it's a roadmap, but it's up to you to execute on that. It's up to you to go after it, right? It's up to you to treat it with the seriousness that it needs. You see what I mean? So with what we covered, and I think, again, the root is going to be Karen's lead flow to get you to the next step to open up your resources. More licenses off the rookie comp plan, double pay, right? But at the same time, don't lose sight of the rewrite business. So departed agents, your past clients, right? Don't ever lose sight of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, going to the rewrites and the refis, what you've been telling me about how you're 75-25. No one in my office is doing. No one's doing what you're doing, where they're farming, they're going after their FHA, VA, getting them out, going to home ready, home possible. So,
dude, I bought my crib off that. I bought my wife's wedding ring off of redos. I bought my car outside off of redo. All my business right now is redo.
I believe it, and I gave a pre-approval today going home possible, and I think my back end was a 49.8, and I got an appraisal waiver, and I'm just like, the program is unbelievable. But you got to give it more value. You don't say, hey, I got you approved for home possible, right? Again, it's hey, we got a specific campaign that I want to get you into because your debt to income ratio is too high, right? No other lender is going to be able to get you approved with that debt to income ratio. But the campaign, unfortunately, even though it expired at the end of February, right? If I'm talking to you today, I don't know if I can get you in. But what I can do is go to bat for you, because I am a top producer here with my branch. But I need your documents. I need your application all filled out. And I need it done by tonight, right? So now you're taking it away, but you're also giving them fear. And you always say, I always catch you saying, it needs to be timestamped today, so they move.
Correct. Because it coincides with the campaign, right? So it's always something that, like, hopefully, cross your fingers. I'm gonna try, right? But the reason why it's different is because every LO said, this is what I could do, right? Oh, hey, I got you approved for home ready. This is what we could do. There's no weight to it. There's no juice. You got to build a story to it.
Yeah. But in the back of your head, you can most likely get it done, but you're just.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And then when you do, and you give them a call back to say, hey, I just want to give you a quick update, right? Your tonality sounds kind of low. So they're like, Jared didn't get it. So you're like, hey, I just want to give you a quick update. I'll let you go. I had a meeting with my manager, and I explained because of your debt to income ratio, we needed that campaign. And so what he did was, we got it approved. So congratulations. Now you speed it up. Like, now you're like, fuck yeah, right? And so you get them into that, what I call climatic state. And when they get into that climatic state, this is where you have to do two things. You have to pound disclosure into them, because they're excited, right? So a disclosure is something like, hey, when I release this pre-approval letter to you, Jared, please understand the value of it. So during your process of finding your home, your realtor may very well refer another lender, or you might get solicited by another lender, right? And what they're going to try to do is pull your credit. And that's fine. You can do that. But please check with me first before you do it, just so I can be proactive and protect this pre-approval letter. Do what you want to do. It's up to you. But I want to make sure that this is protected because I got an exception to get you into this campaign. Does that make sense?
It does. Yeah.
So they'll always think like, oh, I don't want to pull my credit. Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm working with Jared. And that way you don't have to spend a lot of time following up with them, or they're not going to ghost you because they feel that your letter holds a lot of weight, right? It's something way different than anything else out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's huge. And fortunately, the pre-approvals that I sent out and the deals that I've done, I haven't had somebody where they were using me and then they're like, oh, I'm using this other guy now.
Oh, it'll happen. It'll happen, so be proactive.
Yeah, but that I like that where you're saying, just let me know, do what you want, shop around, you're entitled to do that.
And the reason why, right? The reason why you say that at that time is because when they are at climatic state, like, oh, thank you, right? Like that, like they feel like that, the loyalty is to you now, right? Like, oh no, Jared, I'm good. I want to work with you. Thank you so much for doing this with me, right? And they've made the decision to do that. They wouldn't do that if you told them at any other point in time, right? Okay, so that was number one. Number two is saying, hey, you know what? Let me ask you, before I let you go, is there anyone else, looking for a home, probably had a hard time qualifying, maybe, a niece, nephew, cousin, family, relative? I could see if we can get them what's called a friends and family incentive, meaning as long as they're connected to you, I can actually extend the same benefit, the same campaign to them as well, right? So if you know of someone, great, just forward over this information I'm gonna send over to you, and they could decide whether or not if they want to give me a call. I'm not gonna ask you for their contact info. What I'm saying is if you know of anyone, right? Because once we close your loan, it's gone. Make sense?
Yeah.
And then what you send them is a collateral. So, you send them the email or text or the LOX, resource saying, hey, this is Jared. I just want to send this over to you. Share this with anyone you know because it's really helpful. Some to that degree. And again, because they're at a point of climatic state, their reciprocity is they want to help you in return. They want to return the favor.
Yeah, makes sense. It's huge. Some good stuff.
Yeah, man. Now it's just up to you to execute and put into use. Yeah.
I have been using your stuff, especially the deals that I have now. One of them was, oh my God, a pain in the ass. But
what'd you use?
So this one I had to have a non-occupant co-borrower. The wife worked, but the husband did not, and they were out of country for a period of time, so the work history was fucked up. But I got it done. But I had to work with him and just show him, I was like, hey, this program allows you to do that. We probably wouldn't have been able to get you a loan done if we didn't have this in my company. So
yeah.
I'm gonna go in the beginning and stuff.
You'll see the power if you switch product or program with campaign.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah. Instead of saying the product, just stick with, I have this cool campaign right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to formulate it right. So, we got this campaign. I think it's expired. I'll double check for you. I think, as a matter of fact, let me check. Man, you know what, Jared? It actually expired last month. It expired the end of February. Right? This is how it sounds. Okay, Jared, I got an idea. Now I got to own you, right? I'm going to send you this application link. Make sure you timestamp it today. These documents, like, do you know where your tax returns are, your W-2? Okay, cool. You can pull your bank statement, right? Sweet. Right? All right, send this to me tonight. I want to make sure it's time tap today, and I'm going to bring you to my manager to see if we could extend this campaign to you. Make sense?
Yeah, that's like different right there.
Yeah. So instead of saying, hey, this product will help you because it does this, now you're saying, hey, you need this campaign because it's the only way that you're going to be able to get an approval because of this.
Wow. Yeah, that's good stuff. Instead of, when you get time, do this application. No, you need to do it tonight.
Yes.
Not gonna get this campaign. Not product.
Correct.
Good product. Don't say loan. Just say this campaign I have going on right now.
Yeah. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And you'll build the momentum. You'll get way more response, but you have to buy into it. You have to convince yourself that, dude, I got this fucking magic key, bro. I got the skeleton key, right? I got the cheat code. Like, you got to look at it that way because if you're not sold on it, you're not hyped about it. They're not going to be hyped about it. They're not going to buy into it. You get it?
And no, I'm gonna go after this, especially that CRM. And if I don't have a deal out of it next phone call that we have, have at least one on there.
Man, at least one, man. You try to get 2 or 3 a day.
I know. And I know I'm in Rhode Island, and the way they do title and escrow, it's different, but I'm reaching out to companies. I want a list. If I get a list, forget it. Office, no one's doing that.
Yeah, last time we talked, I think I mentioned to you to call like a title company on Cali, right? And say, hey, we're opening up a branch in Cali. I've been assigned to find our designated title vendor, and you're on our list. Let me ask you a few questions first.
Now, if they say, are you licensed in Cali?
Fuck yeah. Your company's licensed in Cali, right?
Yeah, my company, there's one guy, I'm actually meeting with him next week. He's out in Del Rey. He's the only one who holds a license in Cali.
Yeah, so say, yes, we are licensed in Cali. Don't say, hey, we got one agent or whatever. Don't,
And they'll be able to get a list just for Cali.
Anywhere.
Wow.
It's all public record.
Wow.
Yeah, but I would go with the states that have the higher loan amounts for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is some good stuff. I appreciate it. It's huge.
Of course, man. I got you, man. But again, the only thing I'm asking you to do, Jared, is it's choice, bro. You gotta implement it. I'm gonna take full ownership that you aren't already where you want to be. And now I'm cool with it. I like the challenge, so I'm gonna give you just straight, action tasks. But again, it's up to you. You see, I can tell you, what to do, but unless you do it, it don't mean nothing, bro. You know what I mean?
For sure. I really appreciate it. I have a good list of notes down here.
But yeah, man. So put it into place. Let's set up another mentoring call in about 4 weeks, right? And the only reason why I spend those out, Jared, is because I want you to implement it and get a gist of it, right? Get a taste of it. And so every time we call, it's like, okay, yeah, I tried this, and just like what we have been doing, right? And what I'm picking up right now is like, yeah, you tried it, but you didn't really try it.
Yeah, nowhere near enough.
So on our next one, it's like, yo, D, that I fucking killed it, bro. Usually around our third meeting, actually like our second or third meeting, that's all we talk about. It's more like, dude, I'm fucking killing it. I did this, I did that. And I'm not saying that, you're failing or anything like that. I'm just saying that you have a unique situation, but nonetheless, I'm gonna make sure that you could thrive. So I'm giving you, my best and trying to, help you as if I was in your seat. But it's not gonna be worth anything unless you implement it. So please implement that. All right?
Of course, I will, man. I promise.
All right, brother. Hey, man, it's been good. I love always chatting with you, man, because, you absorb the content, and I'm looking forward to our next meet.
Me too, man. Have a good weekend, all right? You're going away?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Doing a little bit of traveling. It's really just for family, so it's kind of like a quick road trip, but yeah, something to get out of the house, so I can't complain.
Hey, that's what you work for, right? You gotta play a little bit too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, so don't forget, all right, go to my IG page and link in the bio, the link tree. Check it out. The very first link when you open up the link tree is how to get the LOX app. Play with it. You know, don't let it consume a lot of your time. Just understand it and know it's there. All right. So it's going to give you a trial. It'll ask you for like payment information or whatever. You know, don't worry about that. You know, if you don't find the benefit or whatever, just cancel, you know, opt out at the end of 7 days. But if you find benefit, hell yeah, it's worth it. So it's just super cheap. Yeah.
I appreciate it. Sounds good.
Yeah. All right, brother, man. I'll see you on the next one, okay?
I'll talk to you. Thanks.
All right.